want none. I got that experience like I've been doing this for centuries. Before the events I would practice but it was empty. Never needed approval, all I needed was improvement. Got swift with the movement, I attack and defend. We ain't in the same league, we breathe the same air. They act out of fear, that ain't the same here. They don't know why they came, I know my lane clear. And when I need to switch it up, I only change gears. Enemy, we're out down. There were so many habagos, it's looking sparse now. I let my weapon whisper to you like a can't shout. I'm getting even, 4-2-3, I'm like a calm down. But you can count on me to do it for the right price. It ain't a game even though I spike. They feel the presence of our zeitgeist. Our victories were written in bright lights. I'm moving like a hitman. Cause I go in and get the job done. You see me moving like a hitman. Yeah, I go in and get the job done.
First up, one of the hottest tickets around it. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Well done with that counter shot. So here is the champ defending the title yet again. A perfect counter lands. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And he scores with the counter. Swing and a miss with the hook. Oh, Patrick Rokal right now stumbling around. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
And that could be the beginning of the end for Rokal. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The courage on display here is incredible. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven. My question is this. It's not about becoming champion, it's about staying champion. There's only very few champions in the world that believe they are the best. So if you're going to pick the title up, it's not about the first defense. It's not even about the second defense. It's about the third, fourth, fifth defense. It's yours. So I want to see him own this belt that he picked up in his last fight. Only to say I deserve the belt.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pretty dominant round there. The bell rings and we start the third. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Beautiful counter punch. He blocks that jab. Punch, counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store. Back at it in round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Patrick Roll seeing cobwebs. But somehow weathered. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Patrick Roll right now stumbling around. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nope, that jab not going to score. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Holding nothing back here in the round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage. Time for the 5th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. Those counter punches have to hurt. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? He threw a punch and just got countered. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter shot lands. There's a counter shot. Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? And it looks like this fight will continue. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
On to the 6th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. A lot of... Oh, wait a minute! Are we about to see a first-round knockout? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
There's the bell to start round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You'd like to see more jabs. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. They exchange punches. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. That hook won't score. Stamina is off the charts. Incredible work rate. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Now you start wondering how much work. Round 8, and we're off again. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. And that could be the beginning of the end for Roco. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Catch and shoot. Big shot, and Roco has to go down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, and we continue.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Gotta look at his corner.
And he is forcing him to take a knee.
It's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
7, 8.
Good counter punching. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got a hustle on there. He's got to bluff him.
Missing with the hook. That counter punch. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? They've been beaten so badly this fight, you almost hope that it stopped, and it is. It is over. TKO victory.
This should have been stopped at the beginning of the round.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
Just like another, like TKO. It's Teddy Pendergrass all over. TKO is spot on.
another day. All day and just what have I become? No chance, I'll stay what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was dead wrong. Feel not to wait for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. Speed down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun, I think my end just begun. Another one last time please ya. Now I ain't live to please y'all. Ain't got no plans to be through. With this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool. Nah, I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue. At least the 10 in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume. But I'm just days that refuse. Or maybe make it out soon. I assume that my doom ain't the worst of the guess what my purpose is. Start my verse, then I fall when the curtain ends. When the curtain ends, yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I blend. Off in the back where yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where another one, another one, another one.
Look at this. First up we have usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but and we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. That hook was off target. And down goes the ogre. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your ball.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Either one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. They're going to pick things up halfway through the round here.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
A perfect counter shot. So here is the champ defending the title yet again. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't land that jab. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. He's been knocked down. There's the bell for round 2. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. One punch could change everything in this battle. There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice defense there, blocking the hook. These punches coming from every angle. He blocks the hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the bell rings and we start the third. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Nice counter. Nice counter punch right up the middle. And now going for the finish. How did they not go down?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two fighters are made for one another. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere. Hold that thought. Are we about to see a first round knockout? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, he is in big trouble. Back at it in round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see.